guys, so I'm going to be talking to you about the OEX HEIRO stove. I wanted to do this one, but then I keep putting it off because it's pretty much been done to death, but I thought sod it. I've got it, so let's do it. The OEX HEIRO stove, or HEIRO stove, however you want to pronounce it, it's H-E-I-R-O. So if you want to call it HEIRO, you want to call it Hero, it's your own choice. Comes in a mesh bag, nice pull cord, and there it is. Silver handles, standard. So it comes with, take the lid off. That I'll get onto in a minute. Inside is the burner. Take that out. And just inside here, this clips out because that's your regulator. Okay. And there is your igniter. Alright, you might just see it. See? Alright. So this I bought separately. It is OEX. So clip it out, all three legs. Get your gas canister. You can get any form of gas canister. Mine's a jet boil, jet power. Bit conflict of interest there with the OEX stove instead of the jet boil. And it's a screw-on cap. So when you buy one of these separately, it doesn't come with the stove, but it doesn't. This don't cost a lot at all. Just clips in for the gas canister. If I can all get it on. I always pick the wrong clips. Come on in. There we go. Right. So it goes onto the outer clip. And there you go. Right, it's not coming off. That just makes it a little bit more sturdy on the ground. Okay, so once you've done that, make sure your regulator is down. Okay, you won't see this on camera, but on your regulator, I don't know if you can see it on there, this little brass bit has got a dial on it, a plus and a minus. Okay, so you want it down as far as you can on the minus, just so you don't get any seepage when you're tying this on. Okay, so put it on, screw it shut. You will get a little bit of hissing, but don't worry too bad about that too much. If you smell gas, that's fine. It's just come out of that when you've screwed it on, just because you're breaking the seal, that's all. So your regulator is down on minus, that is on nice, and don't over tighten it though, because you could thread it and that will knacker your stove completely. So then you get your mug. There is two little notches on either side. When you get it, you will see it, very similar to a jet bowl, and you have these here on either side. Okay, they slot into that, and then you twist it to lock it into place. All right. One thing I will say about that is I've always struggled to get them back off the notches, so be very, very, very careful if you have hot water in your pot at the time. So get your water, pour that in. I'll show you the stove all set up in 2 seconds. Okay. Alright, and then put your lid on. Again, with the lid, do be careful with it. As you'll see in the next clip, I have had a little mishap with it in the past. So yeah. Bitch to get off the clips without trying to spill hot water all over your hand. So, right, let's get this done. So there's the stove, completely set up with your base clipped into your gas can, the burner screwed into the gas canister, and your pot clipped in. So we will ignite it. So if I turn this around slightly so you can see, so there's your regulator, turn that ever so slightly, click that, jobs are good. So I'm now going to time how long it takes to boil a pot of water. time it as soon as I click it. So turn that. We are on. Okay. Starting to shake about. So there we go, 1 minute 26 seconds. As you can see there, water has boiled nicely. So by the time you put your coffee in, giving that stir, that's took 1 minute 20 seconds to boil. You know, you've got a coffee within 2 minutes. Happy days, you can't go wrong. So like I said before, be careful when you take the lid off, or if you're pouring it with the lid on, just be careful because they can become loose, as you've seen in that past clip. So pull the handles out. Please be careful, these will be potentially hot as well. I tend to hold the gas base just to unclip that and then try and get it out. That come out a lot easier. That's the easiest that's ever come out, which is sod's law when me doing this video. Usually it is a little bit more difficult. Or can be a little bit more difficult. It might just be my stove, I don't know. One thing as well, which you will probably see in a couple of clips in a minute, when you are lighting it, the flames do tend to fly out of this side. I have been known to hold it in the past, which you'll see in a couple of clips. For all intents and purposes, please don't do that, because you probably will end up with singed fingers or burnt skin or whatever. I'm just an idiot and I've learnt my lesson. So that there is your OEX HEIRO stove. It retails at Go Outdoors for, I think it's about 55 quid with a members discount. You can get bigger versions, but I think this one's just right, to be honest. It boils enough water to make a brew. If you're eating dehydrated meals, it's perfect for that. It holds more than enough water. You have got, so I'm trying to hold it, it's really hot. As you can see there, you have got 0.2, 0.4, 0.6 litres markers, just in case you need them. But if you've been doing this for a while, you'll know how much water you need. But yeah, cheap and cheerful, and you can't go wrong with it really. I love using it. I think it's a brilliant bit of kit. I have got a Trangia cooking set at home, which I've never used. I used to use them in scouts and stuff like that, but I did buy it for the West Island Way because obviously having used them in the scouts I knew they were reliable. But my old mate let me borrow a jet bottle and that was it then. I was sold. Obviously couldn't afford a jet bottle at the time, so I ended up getting the OEX instead, which does exactly the same. So yeah, I've never looked back really. That Trangia set is just sat there at the minute. I've used the frying pan once and I did a cadet lesson. That's it. So there's a few little scrapes on the frying pan, but other than that it's in good nick. I might do a giveaway for it, to be honest, because it's just going to sit there doing nothing after a while, and I don't want that. I want someone to get it, use it. I'm going to show you another stove, one I got just before I got the OEX HEIRO, which is brilliant. I've used it countless times, took it on trips. However, this one they don't do anymore. I think they've updated it, which I'll show you or give you the name for in a minute. I've looked on the Go Outdoors website where I got it from, and it's not there anymore. So, however, the updated version looks exactly the same, just with a couple of little extra bits. It just looks more sleek than the one I've got, basically. So it is a camping gas backpacking stove. So you've got your 3 arms there that just come out like that and fold away nicely like that. So bring it back out. There's your regulator. Again, I don't know if you can see, you probably might be able to see that better on that one with the plus and the minus on it. That's exactly what it's got on the HEIRO, by the way. It's just too small, you can't see it. So slightly different gas canister. It's not the screw on. Okay, you just clip it on. With these though, you clip it on and then you twist. You'll hear a click. You should anyway. It's probably blow up in my face now. As well as the Heiro, obviously the Heiro's got its self-igniter, so the little click bit on the bottom. This hasn't, you have to light it yourself. Okay, so I'm using the clip again as well. That clip is universal, you can use it on different gas canisters. So turn the regulator, that releases the gas. There you go. And that's that. Alright, so you can turn it up, or you can turn it down. Okay, simple as that. Alright, we'll leave that to cool down for a minute. So the updated one is, if you can see that there, so it's got a self-igniter on it now, just there. Okay, that's the igniter, and then obviously that's the regulator. So it's exactly the same, it's just got all this on it and the igniter there, whereas on my one you have to ignite it with a lighter or something like that. So it is a better model. Nice and cheap, £27 members price at Go Outdoors. Twister 270PZ camping stove. It comes with a case as well, which is nice. I think there's a picture of that case on there. So fits in your hand, nice and compact. Okay, folds away nicely like mine, and comes in that lovely little plastic case. So there we have it. The OEX HEIRO stove. See, there's the pot. And the camping gas stove. Okay, you can see, now you've just seen that new one, you can see the difference now. Basically all this area is covered up and it's got a little igniter here, which, let's be honest, it is a better model. I might potentially give that to the cadets, this one, and then go and get the newer one, I think. Much to my wife's dismay, but yeah. So, I hope that's not sounded too generic, like all the other Aero stove reviews and stuff like that. I'll just try and give an honest account of the stoves I've got, really, you know, just in case you're out looking for one and you stumble across this video and you get it. So the camping gas one, would wholeheartedly 100% get that, because obviously you can fry on that one as well. And the Heiro stove as well. If you're out on a backpacking trip and you're just eating dehydrated meals and want to have a coffee, the Heiro stove is absolutely brilliant. Both are really lightweight, you won't feel them in your bag. Obviously with everything else it might add on, obviously a couple of grams here and there, but they are a lightweight piece of kit, both of them, so you can't go wrong with them. So, thanks for watching, guys, really appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up, that always helps. And if you like what you see here and the other videos, give us a subscribe. Cheers, guys, see you on the next one.
So goodbye for us, you have to say it, baby. And us in testicles, you wanna try, baby. I know you can, I know your heart, and you will figure